1 day pregnant. That's not true. I was like...
Yeah, you were more pregnant then, but we had only known actually for a few hours.
Yeah, we found out that morning. And life went on. We had to make the video. We obviously weren't ready to share it. We didn't tell our family.
So we lied.
We tried to creatively stretch the truth. I don't think we said I wasn't pregnant. We said, when the time is right,
oh, yeah,
we'll tell you.
We dodged, excuse me.
John's best qualities are that he is sweet and very sentimental for a dude. Like, you remember everyone's like big days, and he remembers all the babies' birthdays.
I think your best quality, at least that rubs off on me, is your drive for things. I think you do things a lot. You go for them a lot
more intense.
No, I didn't say that.
Why is my positive and negative? I'll ask you.
No, it's not. I don't think I would have been so bold to make some of the decisions in our life, like moving and quitting my job and all these things if it weren't for you. So I think you push me in a good way.
That's
compliment.
True. I stretch you. You stretch me.
Okay, now my worst.
You're impatient.
True. I wouldn't say my worst, but okay.
Yeah, what's your worst? Tell me your worst about yourself. And you throw things when you get mad.
I correct you.
Yes,
I know my worst things.
You're annoyingly correcting. Like when you mispronounce something, John will tell you.
Sherry's her quality. She runs with a bad thing and really drives it home. I just said I correct you as a joke, and then she really stabbed me with it.
I take that baby to the market and carry it home.
She doesn't make some stupid expressions that no one really uses.
Take that baby to the market.
Okay. I would say Sherry's worst quality is sometimes her intensity, and that when she really gets fired up about something, there's no pausing or taking a moment to hear another side of a story or listen.
I'm Italian. That's my final answer.
Sherry's worst quality. She's Italian. Subtitle, no offense to Italians everywhere.
My first job, well, I was a counselor in training at my camp, but I was a lifeguard a lot growing up, and I taught swim classes. And let's see, I supervise things, like...
Yes.
And I tell Clara not to run on concrete.
Yes, and you drink water.
I do. Yeah. I don't really use any of my lifeguard skills.
My first job, which was in 5th grade, I've been employed since I was in 5th grade, that's kind of sad, was a paper boy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I really...
Wake up early.
Yeah, wake up early. I did have to do my own sort of like accounting as a paper boy and like collect money from my customers. I still do money stuff for the blog. But then in high school, I worked at a library. I shelved books.
No.
I almost had the Dewey Decimal System memorized at one point. I do not use that anymore.
No. Completely useless.
Useless. A story that my family always loves to tell of me about my future dreams was I watched Sesame Street once, and there was some segment about people trying to pull a truck that was stuck in the mud, and I said when I grow up I want to be a truck puller out of the mudder.
Awesome. You still talk like that? You blog like that?
What?
You
I
do
make
like,
up words?
Yep, and you do like dashes, outer, the hooter, and the hotter. Not the hooter. Rewind.
Cut. But I think I really wanted to be I think I would say an author or a teacher or like a generic scientist. I think a lot of kids want to be scientists.
Oh, my best one was...
Or a marine biologist.
Yeah, of course. Everyone wants to be a marine biologist. That's not unique. My best one was, once I told a joke and a girl laughed and she said, "You're so funny, you should be a comedian." And so for like a week I was like, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to be a comedian. And then I was like, I'm not funny. And then that was over. And then I went back to marine biology.
Good, smart move. Panned out.
Yeah, a lot of people...
Religion question.
A lot of people ask this. We're both Christians, and we were both raised as Christians.
Well, I I turned 30 in like 2 months.
Yeah, we're already kind of in trouble.
I don't know if I have to drop the young usage then.
Maybe we'll just make fun of ourselves and the tagline will change into like young at heart or something. Yeah. Or our baby's young.
Once young.
Yeah.
Is that true?
No. That's not true.
Maybe for you. No one wants to be my friend.
I just feel like people think I'm weird, but I can own being weird. I agree. I don't know, some people have dreams about us, which is funny, but I think it's just because they probably read our blog before bed. Because I have dreams about people like Beyonce. So you don't know.
Her nightly Beyonce reading before she goes to sleep.
Yeah, I don't know where that comes from.
I've got a good one.
I have one that was really funny. I was leaving Michael's or Joanne or Hancock, one of those crafty places, and there were two girls in front of me going through the glass doors to get out, and I was behind them. And they like turned around to hand the door to me, just knowing someone was there. And then they both like turned back around and started whispering. And I was like, oh, I think they know who I am. And then they continued outside, and one of them said, no, it's not. The other one said, yes, it is. And I, in being my weird self, not knowing how to react,
running.
I ran and said, yes, I am. And then they started laughing, and we started talking. So, yeah, that's my weird reaction to other people.
We were in Home Goods, and you had to go to the bathroom. And you were walking quickly towards the bathroom, and we passed someone, and I sort of caught eyes with this person, and they, I paused, and you were long gone, and the girl just went, oh my gosh, I almost just peed a little, which is kind of funny and awkward in its own right, but me, not knowing what to say, said, oh, that's what Sherry's doing. I made it more awkward by then trying to relate ourselves about
let's all talk about
urination.
Awesome. In all honesty, nobody likes to hear that you don't like something in their house because it's ugly, and in person we never really, people don't say that in real life, they say that online.
I mean, I think we'd be sugarcoating it if we were to say that, there isn't a comment here or there that like stings especially, or, is said in a way that we wish it weren't said maybe. But as Sherry said, I think day by day our skin has gotten thicker, and we understand that blogging means that you're out there and you gotta take the good, or the bad with the good.
We'll have 300 comments on a post and one person will say, I think that's dumb. And we'll be like, okay, we could let that really ruin our day, or we could remember that there's 299 people who like it, and it's kind of what you blog for, you put it out there for the people who are positive and who enjoy it, and there's no one right way to do anything decorating or blogging, so we just do our best. I think our families don't really understand what blogging is.
Okay, give them a little bit more credit.
John's family is with it. My family, if you're watching, I love you, but my mom is still like, I don't understand how you make money, and I don't understand, so are you writing magazines, and like, do you have an e-zine?
I think that probably now that we've been doing it for so long that anyone who doesn't understand it or was worried about it is probably like, okay, I don't get it, but it seems to be working, so...
But the question said, like, what do they think about the fame? Okay, one, we don't really think we're famous. And two, our parents, I don't think our families really know. They know we do well enough to make a living, but I don't think they think we're famous. Oh, Burger's here. Hi, Bertie. You want to be on TV?
This is not on TV.
Say hi. I don't think any of our relatives think we're famous.
Yeah, well, I think it's maybe better described as known in the shelter blogging world.
Yeah, they think we're like known in a niche, which I think is true. Because if we're in certain places, certain people know who we are. But it's not like we're on the street. It's not paparazzi.
I don't know what our neighbors really think.
Oh, I think our neighbors in general are very excited about it. It made the neighborhood newsletter. So sometimes when I'm walking outside, someone will say, I saw your video of Q&As on Facebook, because we were asking for questions for this, so we posted our last video. And that was just a lady who lives up the street. I think it's cute. They're very supportive.
Yeah, I think most people really like it. At least no one's told us otherwise yet. Yeah.
The former owners of this house read our blog.
Yes. Yeah, the current owners of our former house, we don't know.
No, we don't think they do. They're not from...
They didn't read it before they purchased it.
They're not from here and they moved from far away and they just liked our house. They didn't read about it on the blog.
Far away sounds like they came from like Japan. They came from San Diego. If they ever want to call us up and invite us over,
we would house crash the heck out of them. Yes.
I think so. We have learned never to say absolutely.
I was just going to say that. I should never say anything with such absolute...
If you say that next year, we'll be like, we're moving to X.
Because I said we'd stay in our first house forever, and that was a big lie.
But we really like Richmond. It is a very family-friendly city, so we see ourselves being here, you know, through raising our family. I mean, maybe once our nest is empty, we'll go retire someplace fun.
No, we're not going to Charlottesville. John wants to live in the mountains.
I want to retire to
Charlottesville. But I love Richmond. I think it's very affordable. There's not a lot of traffic. What else is my sales pitch? It's beautiful weather. I just love Richmond.
You don't have to sell me on it now.
I know. Yes and yes. We're like real people, so of course we get annoyed with each other, and of course we need time apart.
I think having Clara actually forces us to be apart a little bit, because if we were all together all the time, we would never get anything done. So we're apart a lot I think we're apart during the day more than people would think, because we're not both sitting at the desk hardly any of the day.
We're like across the house usually the whole day. One of us is with Clara, the other one's in here, then the other one's in here, one of us is with Clara.
But we still get annoyed at each other.
Oh yeah. That's par for the course. We're married.
I'm annoyed at you right now.
Yes. I hear it's very good.
This is me tuning out.
Yep. See you later. Do you have her?
No.
Did we lose the baby again?
Well, Clara is currently sleeping because it's about 9:30 p.m. So she's been in bed for a couple hours.
I should have a little clock for a visual.
While Sherry's getting to her iPhone, while we work...
No, never mind.
It's about 9:30 p.m. so she's been in bed for a couple of hours, which is why we're getting work done like this, because otherwise you'd only be talking to one of us probably. Because during the day, on most days, it's just tag teaming. She's with one of us playing somewhere. Sometimes she plays on her own.
She's always supervised, so sometimes if she's playing on her own, we'll be doing comments in the same room behind her. But most of the time, it's actively one of us is with her, going for a walk, playing on the patio, reading with her.
One of my parents do come by once a week for like 2 or 3 hours to just babysit, to give us a little bit of work time. But other than that, it's all these two folks right here. We
just switch off. I always say one of us is a stay-at-home parent and one of us is a blogger at any given time. And then in the evenings is when we really get stuff done.
We're both bloggers right now.
Yeah, like...
And video stars.
I think I miss the following up with lots of people, like what they did on the holidays and the like bigger circle than just the family.
I miss it a little bit sometimes because it is a bit more of a like regular schedule, and I think I appreciated that. And I do miss like having other coworkers. No offense to you guys, but you know, to
you mean you haven't always dreamed of working with a baby, a chihuahua, and your wife?
I do tell good stories.
But I like this better.
But I wouldn't trade it. Yeah. I mean, I think we both know that we're incredibly blessed to be able to do this and to be together in this time of our family. We should first say these days road trips have a lot of children's music.
Yeah, they do. Clara's soundtrack.
Yep. There's a song called Donkey Riding she really likes. Mr. Banjo.
She does like that. The Insect Quartet is a favorite.
Yeah. But no, I think we agree pretty much music-wise. Right?
Yeah, I think we like corny pop.
Yeah.
Which I love John for because it lets me listen to my Britney and my Lady Gaga and all that stuff, and Rihanna. Who's my band I love that I listened to the whole time I was pregnant?
Hanson?
No, he's lying. That band that I thought Clara would be born singing.
Vampire
Weekend. It was like the CD of my pregnancy.
Why do you always wear black shirts?
What are you talking about?
Well, what is this?
This is a black sweater.
Oh, very different. Why do you sometimes alternate black shirts with black sweaters?
I'm from New York. I lived there 6 years. Everybody wears black there. And I think it makes me look skinnier. I don't know, I just like what I like. I like ceramic animals too.
Why do you always wear ceramic animals?
I do. I wish I could Lady Gaga a ceramic animal dress.
Just give it a year.
Halloween, maybe. Of course. We're buddies with the internet. I read blogs a lot. We have a lot of blogs that we read on our sidebar. But I read a lot of readers' blogs through comments, because they'll comment and say, I did a chandelier project like that, and I'll go over their blog and get stuck there.
Yeah, that's more me, because I'll admit I'm a bad blog reader. I perpetually have 1,000+ unread posts in my Google Reader.
Yeah.
I catch up on it like once a month, so the best way for me to read other people's blogs is when either someone like tweets me a link, or I see it in comments and I can go over and check it out.
Yeah, I love that though. It's
I'm not a better blog reader.
And Pinterest helps me discover new blogs every day. It's very dangerous. No coffee. Yes, alcohol. I'll have like a glass of wine or champagne at a wedding. Not regularly, just because it's just not something I really grew up doing, but I like to cheers and all that stuff.
No coffee and no alcohol. That's just because I was raised in kind of a non-drinking household, and it has just carried through my entire life.
And everybody loves him because he's always the designated driver.
Yeah, win lots of friends that way.
I think it's sweet.
Thank you.
That's very nice of you to say. I still feel like I'm not back to my pre-baby body. So before you throw a pity party for me, it's okay. Clara's totally worth it. But yeah, I don't really work out, so it's all my fault. We walk a lot. I guess that counts. I don't do any running. I have a bad ankle. I'm not a gym person. I need to be outside, which is probably my downfall, because I'm sure people in the gym are back to their pre-baby bodies.
I think she looks great.
That's sweet. She looks like John.
See, we hear both. We used to hear me a lot.
But from our families, my family, who knows what I look like young, says she looks like John, and John's family, who knows what John looked like young, says John.
But I think she's looking more like Sherry every day.
I hope when she gets hair, she'll look more like...
Which is good, because I don't want a daughter who looks like this with long hair. I mean, I don't mind what this looks like, but I don't want my daughter to look like this. Whose personality does she have?
I was trying to think about that. I don't think it's either of our personalities. I think she's like a little scientist. Like, we'll find her on the floor holding like a piece of my hair and looking at it for 5 minutes. Or taking like an egg from Easter and like closing it and opening it.
She's very like deliberate and focused.
Slow, detail-oriented. Like, she took her time walking and then like never had any spills.
See, I feel like I'm
figured out how to walk. That's true. You're more cautious, I think, and I'm like crazy, like...
I think she has I think she's quick to get frustrated like I am.
Oh yeah, she does.
Yeah,
she has a temper like you.
Yeah,
because when John gets really mad, he throws things. Like if he can't, like if a screw is stripped, he gently tosses them. Like if a screw is stripped and he can't get it, I'll hear slam, and I'll be like, "Did you just throw the screwdriver?" John Peter's sick. Did you just throw something out of anger? And Clara's the same way. Clara does the same thing.
Claire, like if she can't get that egg together after a few tries, will just like
and then throw herself on the floor. It's very dramatic. The hooter, and the hotter. Not the hooter. Rewind.
Cut.